All right, so we're going to work on a few problems here involving solving the arc length of a function. And what the arc length is nothing more than just the distance between 2 points on a curve, right? So you're looking for the actual distance. Let's call this point A and point B. And what you want to get is the length of the curve from point A to point B, right? So whenever you're solving one of these arc length problems, the A and B value they give you are in terms of x. So for example, problem 3, you're getting the arc length of the function y equals sine of x from where x is equal to 0 to x is equal to pi, right? So the A and the B values you're given in the problem are just the bounds of this integral that you're going to have to integrate. So the arc length formula says that the length of the curve from x equals a to x is equal to b is just the integral of the square root of 1 plus f prime squared dx. So this means that we're going to have to first take the derivative of f, square it, add it to 1, and if we're able to simplify it further, we can, and then we can take the square root and calculate what the curve comes out to be, what the length of the curve comes out to be. All right, so let's start with problem number 1. All right, so problem number 3. So for problem number 3, let's see here. We have y is equal to sine of x. So sine of x is our f of x function. Right, so we have f of x is equal to sine of x. Okay, so that means f prime of x is equal to cosine of x, right? Derivative of sine is cosine, and then we square it. So f prime squared is equal to cosine squared of x, right? So at this point we just need to add 1 to this and then take the square root. So let's do that. Right, so square root of 1 plus f prime squared is equal to the square root of 1 plus cosine squared of x. Right, so in this case, we're not really going to try to simplify this or break it down or anything like that. The problem simply wants us to set up the integral and then use our calculators to figure out what the arc length is. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to integrate from 0 to pi, right? Our bounds are 0 to pi, right? 0 to pi, and then we're going to integrate the square root of 1 plus cosine squared of x. All right, let's see what this comes out to be. Okay, so our result comes out to be 3.82. All right, so always make sure that when you're carrying out these integrals with trig functions, remember to set your calculators to be in radians, not degrees. It's a common mistake, and that's very easy to make. Right, so with all of these computations that we're doing, whenever there's a trig function involved, we want to make sure our calculator is set to radians so that we come out with the right answer. Okay, so we have the integral from 0 to 2 of x e to the negative x. Oh, sorry about that. We have to actually take the derivative first. So we're going to say f of x is equal to x e to the negative x, which means that f prime of x is equal to, let's see here. So we're taking the derivative of x times e to the negative x, which means we have to apply a product rule here, right? So we're going to have e to the power of negative x minus x times e to the power of negative x. Okay, let's see here. So now we have to square this and add 1 and then try to integrate it using this formula. So let's do that. So we're going to do f prime of x squared now this is going to come out to be e to the negative x minus x times e to the negative x all squared. And And let's see. I don't think we may be able to expand this and then add it to 1 and then possibly simplify it. So let's try it out. We'll try expanding it, adding it to 1, and then see if we can simplify it to something that we can take the square root of. So if we expand it, we're going to get e to the negative 2x minus 2x times e to the, let's see, yeah, 2x e to the negative 2x plus x squared e to the negative 2x. Okay, so this will actually, we can factor this out to be e to the negative 2x times 1 minus 2x plus x squared. All right, let's see if there's a simpler way, there's an easier way to break it down any further. Yeah, I think this is as far as we can go for now. So we'll write 1 plus f prime of x squared is equal to 1 plus e to the negative 2x times 1 minus 2x plus x squared. Okay, so at this point, all we have to do now is plug this into the integral and then integrate this. And this looks like something we might have to use a calculator for. So we'll set this up. We'll say s is equal to integral from, now we're going from 0 to 2 here. So this is 0 to 2 of the square root of 1 plus e to the negative 2x, 1 minus 2x plus x squared. Okay. Times dx. All right, let's see what this comes out to be. Okay, so after plugging this into the calculator, the value we get here is 2.102. Right, so that'll be the answer for this problem.